So I've gotten a question about how I record my Planet Coaster videos, and I thought I'd go into detail on how I do my cinematic videos, how I record it, what shots I do, and how I get some nice crisp footage. So, without further ado, let's kind of get into it. So this is just the beginning first screen of Planet Coaster that you see when you open the game. You're probably very familiar with this, you're greeted with it a lot. You know, you got the globe thingy right here, you got the buttons on the side. So yeah, you can go in here and you can go to your parks and stuff. That's really self-explanatory, that's not what the video is about, but I'm just kind of briefing you for what we got to get ready for. So we're actually going to go to Google right off the bat, and this is something that I use a lot for making my videos. It's called GeForce Experience, and it is this really cool, very powerful recording software that records your screen and your mic if you want to when you are playing a game, and it does it at very high frame rates, so it doesn't really drop any frame rates while you're trying to do gameplay or stuff. For me, I like it because if you're using it to film while you're creating stuff, especially in a heavy park, it doesn't lag out my game. So if I'm trying to make a time lapse, let's say, it doesn't slow down the frames to where it makes the time lapse look strange. So yeah, it's a great software, and this is what I use to record my gameplay. So go ahead and go through the download process right here, and yeah, it's really helpful. The second thing that you're going to want to use is called Reshade. We're going to type that into Google there, and we're going to click right here. This is the website for Reshade, and Reshade is your filters that you're adding to your video to make it look really, really nice, so that you don't really have to do that much in post. You're all kind of doing it in Planet Coaster. So let's go through the download process here, and this is where it's important to select Planet Coaster, because that's going to be the one you're downloading. Do your DirectX 10, 11, 12 for Windows 10. If you're on Apple, I have no idea, sorry. This is a desktop tutorial for just a normal PC. I have Reshade installed already, so I'm not going to do anything, but there are options to uninstall it, modify, or even just install it, so go through that. The process is really easy, it kind of guides you through everything, and there are some other steps to do, like, do you want to download the extra filters? If there are extra filters, press yes, because that's what you're going to want to use to have all the cinematic features and stuff. Okay, so let's go back to Planet Coaster and let's open this park file here. This is going to be helpful for continuing on. Okay, now that this is open, we can press open Reshade by pressing the home key on your keyboard, I believe. I think that's the preset open. Wait, hang on. Not that. Press home. There we go. On your keyboard, and that should open this little black tab here. We're going to go over to settings, and all these are the settings that you want to have. Right here, this is how you toggle on and off the effect that you're going to be using. So this is how you see everything. And make sure you set it to a really good key that you can remember. So I have it as my shift, a tilde scene, a tilde keys, wow, language. Just because I don't really click that key a lot, just when I'm typing, so that I don't accidentally turn it on or something. So I set it as something wouldn't normally press. All these are just the normal settings that you can turn off. You can show your FPS and stuff. So you can turn that on in the top right corner, and then you can show the clock. I think, yeah, clock. So yeah, it's just a bunch of settings. Those don't really matter. You can set them however you want. It would be nice if it matched mine, because mine are pretty set up. So if you are having trouble, just make all the settings match mine there. This is all the effects that you should have downloaded, and they will all have an effect on your screen somehow. So I mean, there's a lot of them. There's probably 100 or something. So yeah, we're gonna check this, and again, the key to turn it on for me is shift to tilde. So bang, you can see how much of a difference it just works. And this is how I get my shots. I just make a good, find good filters that are in this list, and I'm gonna press home to close this. And I find a good like area, and right as the coaster's going up, oh, oops, stuff is happening. And then, you know, you get your shot, and wow, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. So yeah. And sometimes I'll even like chase the coaster with this free camera, just to give that little shot thing. It's also just really fun, just in general, with really high settings on, just to chase your coasters. I don't know, does anybody else feel like that? Like, just chase your coasters? It's really fun to do. So the way you find your little preset things is literally just to go through all your the presets in that list. There's a bunch of them, a heckin' bunch of them, and really the only way to find the best preset is literally to go through every single one and apply it to what you have existing. So see, like, we'll have this bright bloomish filter, and so I kind of like it a little bit, so I'm gonna just kind of mess with the settings down here to lower it or raise it however I want to. I think it needs to be lower just a little bit. That's probably good right there. But yeah, you can toggle it on and off. You can mess with everything else. Like I said, there's probably 100 or so of these, each affecting just different things about how it looks. So like this, that looks good. I mean, just all of these, they look really, they do different effects, and some of them actually won't look good at all. It's just for, you know, it's Reshade, and it's gonna have some weird effects. Like there's one effect where it's literally just this clock ticking on the screen, which is kind of funny and a little dumb at the same time, but you know what? It's better than nothing. So once you've picked a preset, just go ahead and save it at the top right here, and you will have that as your saved preset. And whenever you press your shift utility key, if you select that, then you can, you know, toggle it on and off, and you will notice a difference right away. Now, for how I actually get my shots, we're going to go into this track tab here, and I always use the track list. Actually, don't know. Yeah, I use this little dark right here, and the cool thing, we're going to build forward here for a little bit. The cool thing about this is you can change the rotation of the vehicle, but also you can change the angle and the banking of the vehicle. So let's turn everything facing towards the coaster here, to we're pointing that way. And let's also change the bank here and crank this up and crank that up. And so now the car will be angled as we're moving along. And if you're confused, just keep watching, because this will prove very cool to you if you really don't know about this trick yet. So let's get into position here. Let's test the coaster, sit in ride view, turn on Reshade with that button, and boom! See, we're in motion, and bang, look at that shot. Oh, it's so beautiful. And you can zoom up, which makes it look even better, and make sure you place your track right in a good place to where there's not leaves in the way. But I mean, that shot, that's something that I probably would use in my videos, and you're angled, so it makes it look more realistic, because that's how normal trailers and stuff would be, is there would be some really cool camera work like that. So you can manipulate Planet Coaster using the dark rides. And there's even another one, another dark ride like aspect, that actually you can invert the dark ride to make it look like, yeah, no, like you're actually inverting on the dark ride. The second method is actually just to use the ride camera itself on the ride, and you can go through all the different views here and just, you know, move through all of them. You can get this back view here, you can get the all-around view. The back view is kind of cool if you want to look at it this way. You can get a track view, you can get a side view, and toggle between, you know, the different cars and sides of the train. So it just looks really cool, and it just kind of adds. I did one of those in my Haywire video, and I thought it turned out pretty cool. So yeah, that's a cool shot. The final method is actually legit just to go into Tegid Cam, which is select a person, just a random little peep walking across the street, and type in Tegidcam as their name, Tegidcam. I just do lowercase. I don't know if caps works or anything. Just do lowercase. And in this mode, you can actually zoom in and stuff, and it makes everything look more realistic because of aspect ratio and stuff. And you can see the shots that we get with this thing, and it looks incredible, just with like a slow zoom and just a freeze frame. So it looks really good for just like a standing still shot. And you can even try to move if you want to. Normally moving shots, I'll just use the dark ride, but like see, we can get some shots with moving Tegidcam. I'll just use Tegidcam for a bunch of pictures and stuff. Like if I want to take a screenshot, I'll just use Tegidcam a lot. So yeah, looks really good. Okay, yeah, that was actually kind of a cool shot. So yeah, that's what you do for Tegidcam. I forgot to mention, to use your recording device, all you do is press the keys Alt F9, and that's kind of the start key, I believe. And that will start your little recording for your game, and it will start recording your screen. And when you start recording, you can see a little like green button at the bottom. And that's it for recording your own good videos in Planet Coaster, and it will bump up your quality a lot and you will just be satisfied with the product. Trust me, I love the way my videos have turned out. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all learned a lot, and you will be able to use this in your future. Let's take a ride on this thing and finish out the video. Thanks for watching, guys.